Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Jacquelene Closemore and I'm coming to you live from a cafe in Melbourne because why not? It's better than come to you live from my office, which I can't get to, and then I'll be on a train, so that'll be really bad. So today, what am I going to talk about? Well, what is a goddess and what is a god? Okay, so we can get all sort of religious here and sort of talk about, beings from other planets or other spaces and, enneagrams. Or we can sort of talk about owning your own divinity, your own energy. And part of that is actually owning your own body and your own well-being and how you look and how you feel about yourself. And, does it require to shave your head? Does it require you to wear very modest clothing? Does it require you to dress as a god, which arguably could be said I'm doing that today. I'm not really intending it. And part of that as well, part of that ownership of your being and your body is taking notice of when your body reacts certain ways to people. So if your body doesn't like someone, then the shoulders are going to go like this, like way up, and you're going to be like, oh, really, I've got to get out of here. There's also that fight or flight response that's actually really helpful in letting you know this isn't where you should be. So it's really good to listen to your instincts and to, follow that through. And quite often it's like, when I'm meeting people and they're like, I don't know if he's into me, I don't know if she's into me. And it's like, that's the point. You don't know. If you knew, we wouldn't be having this conversation because they'd be making that clear to you and you'd know where you stand. Whereas that gut feeling that says, I don't know, quite often that can be, I don't know where I stand, I feel confused about their intention, probably because they've got a confused intention or their intention isn't that much to write home about. When you go against that, time and again, you're going to cop some guy or girl or anything. It's just not the experience for you. And the thing to understand is it's not sort of like, oh my God, I'm afraid of being alone. It's like, well, be more afraid of being with the wrong person. And this comes back down to even walking into a shop when you're going to buy something. If you don't feel comfortable in there, you're probably not going to like what they're selling. And that could be because maybe it is not a good product. Maybe it is that you just aren't going to like the people serving. It's like when you run a business, you can have all the gigantic ads in the world promoting your business. And, if you don't have that service and you don't have that sort of energy with you, that smile, that care, people are going to be like, I only shop there because, or they just won't shop there. So when you're opening a business or whether you're wanting to open a new friendship or a new relationship, it's like, do you feel comfortable there? Do you feel like you're safe and at home? If not, nah, pass it up. When it comes to finding a relationship as well, people sort of go, it's taking me so long. It's like, well, how long should you wait for a person out of a whole lifetime? I'd be prepared to wait for that. The old saying of the one marshmallow, two marshmallows, like the experiment of giving children a choice of one stale marshmallow now or wait for fresh ones, like two of them. And they sort of ran through and sort of to see whether as adults, how those kids as adults fared out with money and things like this. And they were finding, and it might be anecdotally more than conclusively, but they were finding that the people who waited, were prepared to wait, were the ones that were saving their money better or who were in a better position. I would sort of say that there are other factors that go into your financial outcomes. I mean, have a lot of luck these days, particularly the younger generation. It's not like it was easy in the boomers' generation to have a house. You had a job, you'd be able to have a house. These days, you're not guaranteed of that. But what we can do is we can manifest, and that's where within our power and within our means financially and every other way, it's like if you want a car park down the street, it's like you can meditate on that. You can actually visualise that car park. If you're sort of saying, and I asked Archangel Michael to give me that car park, I'm sort of like, I think he might have a few other things to take care of, like maybe humanity or something. Don't know about you, but that's my thoughts on it. Trust in your higher self, trust in your ability to manifest that. And I think the thing as well is, sometimes people go, oh, you have ill health because you're just manifesting it. You're not in enough love, radiation and radiance, or I don't know, may as well be radiation for all they're saying, right? And it's like, no, I actually have a pretty crap body. It's great, it got me this far, but my God. And, astrologically, it's like once every 37 years, there's a certain year, whereas like a it's like an astrological S-storm of health. And I was actually born in that. One of my astrology teachers actually said to me, oh, that year, how's your health? And I went, how you'd expect. I mean, I'm doing well now, but wow, what a journey. So, if you're looking to manifest in your body, it's like accepting what your body's capabilities are, listening to your body, how it reacts when you meet new people or walk in a new house, but also listening to your body as to what food you're putting in it, how you're exercising, are you sleeping, and looking at things like, different measures of stress relief, different measures of management of any, past traumatic experiences perhaps, and working on those, because if you do that kind of work, then your body's naturally going to feel more comfortable. The more you're paying attention to it, then you're having a back and forth conversation, and your body really, really, really will react positively or negatively around certain people. Around certain people, your energy can actually become drained. So it's really important to pay attention to that, what's happening with that, and really embody your body. Quite often with trauma survivors, there's a habit of not being in the body and not being in the present. So it makes you more accident prone because you don't have that body awareness like a dancer does. Part of the reason why I dance is because I have past trauma. And this puts me more in touch with my body, and because I have to know where that foot went, because I have to do the move correctly, or I have to do the hands like this, or like that, but not straight up like that. And, there's sort of even moves like this. We go, ah, and not, jazz hands in front of me, but just way up in the air. I can't do that because you can't see way up above my head right now. So, all of that work on physical awareness. We talk about I am a spirit just in a body, and what we can make the mistake of as psychics, as spiritual people, is that we're just going to operate up out there, yeah? When really the body needs us. The body needs our love. The body needs our attention, our affection. And if you're loving your body, then if someone says something awful about your body, like someone did about me last week, I'm just going to laugh in their face. And I'm just going to tell them, well, thanks for trying to, cause me a major crash in my self-esteem, but obviously it's just your insecurity and I don't care. I accept the body I'm in. My God, it's got me this far. It's got me to 50, which is pretty incredible considering what we're dealing with here. You should see my guides. I have to put up with. Seriously. So, it's just really important to be physically accepting of what you have and working with it. So if you're dealing with autoimmune stuff and it's like, oh my God, getting out of bed, okay, don't think of yourself as lazy. Budget your time, budget your energy. If you have lots of energy and you're looking at other people going, oh, what's wrong with them? Maybe just give it another thought. You don't know what fight they're struggling with. There is a lot of hidden illnesses that can make people gain weight. All sorts of things can make their metabolism impossible. Right now, you just have to look at an apple and they're gaining weight, theoretically. So, it's just really important to be more accepting and less judgmental. And what that will do as well, if you're more aware but not judgmental, it's like you can pick up on stuff and go, but not judging it and going, it's like, okay, I can see that, but I'm not going, yeah. That allows you to see more clearly and perceive more intuitively and actually be correct about it. So the more work you do on that sort of thing, the clearer a channel you're going to be. Things that you put into your body matter. So if you're putting drugs in there that are not required for medical reasons, like we're talking illicit stuff, some people sort of go, I get more spiritual that way. And it's like, no, I think you might be getting closer to psychotic, but okay, you do that. I mean, there's going to be different views on that. There's a lot about, some of these amazing hallucinogenic herbs that take you on vision quests. I mean, fair enough within First Nations settings where this is what they do and this is part of their tradition for a purpose and reason, and they're treating it very sacred. I'm going to totally be quite fine with that because that's none of my business. I mean, if they want to invite me, sure, probably, maybe, I'm not sure. But I'm going to be, understanding of that. But if it's someone with no concept and no connection to that, and it's like an cultural appropriation thing, and it's like, yeah, man, I had some shrooms, man. So like, yeah, just not. I mean, go for it. You go for that. I mean, be safe, but just don't try putting that on me. Don't try saying that I have to do that to loosen up spiritually and that I need to relax, man. because I'm doing what's right for my body, my being, my journey, and for my clients, my work with them. If you want to do that for you and you're balanced and you're not, in a situation that's endangering yourself, well, go for that. What I'm going to be doing tonight, 8 o'clock tonight, Australian Eastern Time, so that's Melbourne time, not Florida, in Australia. I'm going to be going live on my Jacquelene Postmore live page on Facebook. You can join me there. I'm going to be doing live readings. So you can also inbox my page, my Jacquelene Postmore live page, before then. If you're wanting to have a reading, you can write in there too. And I'll be back on this station, A1R Psychic Radio on Moonstruck TV next week, same time. But if you're wanting to catch me tonight, Australian Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m, I'll be there doing readings. In the meantime, I'm going to wish you a beautiful week. There's more shows today on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV coming up after me. And there's some wonderful readers on there. I don't do readings because I have a lot of trouble hearing the callers. They're coming through clearly, but I'm not hearing them properly. But on Facebook, it's perfectly fine. So I'll catch you there. In the meantime, I'm going to wish you the best for the week. Just remember, you can manifest things in your life, but also just be realistic about, is this right for me? Or is this just me wishing? Anyhow, that's me for this week. Going to catch you next time. Lots of love. Definitely. Bye.